Everybody, welcome back. Doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. Did you miss this? These rankings? I did a video about this previously, and I keep seeing people say, I had no idea that was going on. Anyway, I'm mad at all of you if you're watching this and you missed that. I'm going to talk about the best server. What's the best server out there based on these rankings? There's some caveats to that, but we're going to look over that. Who did do the best in this challenge? I still wish it was a global challenge, but right now it's regional. And we're still going to give some feedback to that recent blog post, or developer's note update, which frankly, we're still feeling. It was a pretty compelling, pretty shocking dev note. So we'll talk about that reaction. Give me a reaction in the comments below or come to the Discord, which is in the description below. If you want to hammer down that like button, we'll always love you, regardless of whether you do it or not. Let's check us out.
WolverThor!
Okay, so what I was talking about, did you miss it? I did a video about the Battle Challenge regional event. If you were not aware, or still not aware, for the Battle Challenge, Netmarble did a overall ranking for a region, meaning NA East, Asia, NA West, Europe, and they gave rewards for that. So you've got, like I said, Asia, Southeast Asia, Europe, NA East, and NA West. Now, you might look at this and say, who is the best server from this? Now, first, let me give you the caveat. Each region has different requirements within Battle Challenge. So one of the regions might have a harder setup than another one. So it's not really apples to apples. It truly is apples to oranges. But just for fun, let's kind of look at it. Let's not look at any names yet, but Asia looks like the high score was, about 40 point, we'll call it 5 mil. Southeast Asia bumps them off with 41 point, we'll call it 4 mil, round up. Europe, 39, so you're squaring third place there, Europe. And then America East, we'll say, is 41. And then America West is 41.7. So America West looks like they take the reins on this one, followed by Southeast Asia, and then followed by America East, and then Asia, and then Europe. Now, again, all of the requirements or difficulties for this could be different. It changes drastically from server to server. So I don't want to necessarily focus on that too much, but I do want to say that I really absolutely love that they have this out here. I do not speak or cannot read really any foreign languages. Sad to say, I need my Google Translate or something along those lines to help that. Back in the day, I could speak a little bit, but not so much anymore. Please don't judge me. If you want to judge me, instead teach me. Thank you. All right, so it looks like we got a lot of people in that same range. Look at how close that is for the top 20 in Asia, all the way from 20th to first place. It's only a separation of about 160K. It's pretty impressive, frankly. So good job there. The Raft took the top spot there. Looked like the Raft is pretty good in the Asia servers. The Southeast server, Mandy Jam. I know that dot for some reason means an A. I don't know what the deal is with that, or at least typically most times I've seen it, that's what it is. Looks like a wider spread on Southeast Asia, where you've got some either stronger players or more refined players versus the 20th, where it's a little bit more even in the Asian server. It's interesting to look at this to see, but yeah, it's a almost a 2 mil difference there versus 120K difference in the other one that we just mentioned. So this is quite the difference here. Servers, it looks like Wakanda's is taking the reign for the most part. It looks like there's only one Frozen Peak on there. Winter Hulk, well done there, and a few Titans. Otherwise, it's Wakanda dominating that. Europe, again, a decent range here. It looks to be about 2 mil as well, 2.1 mil. So similar to that Asian spread as far as the points go. Looks like Dark Domain's towards the top. Got an Asgard, a Jotunheim, a Midgardia. Yeah, so Dark Domain, I'd say, is the top end here with sprinkle in some Midgardia, one Jotunheim, and then a couple Jotunheims at the bottom there. Pretty impressive. Master Ray T, Weirdos, Patty Watson, Tate, a number of players here. SpongeBob SquarePants, maybe. I've been hearing a lot of good things about this server. You know, again, I want to caveat that this might be based on the different requirements, but again, a widespread. Let's check out America East is the one I'm most familiar with. Even bigger spread here. This is a almost 6 million spread from 20th to the top. So that is a gigantic. So it looks like we've got, that's by far the biggest spread so far. Rescue Squad. I'm not sure what that name is, but Fox McCloud, Pneumatic, Kryptonite, well, nobody. Agent XYZ, familiar with XYZ because those Omega Flight Server. Mamba, of course, I'm familiar with. Alex Star, very familiar with. Avengers, Obi Jam. I know all those folks, at least sort of run into them some point in the game, but as far as servers on here, it looks like we got several Nukes Dark City at the top. This is a pretty wide spread. Couple Hydra, Central City, looks like they're really, you know, they're sort of dominating the top there. It's a New Stark City doing the best with a couple. Yeah, honestly, that's a good spread. Mega Flight's more the bottom half of this. Yeah, so, I mean, Hydra Empire is still at the bottom. America East, you're all over the place, man. Don't know what's going on with you. Good spreads, lots of competition there. America West, there's only one server, unfortunately. And the difference here is insane. So there's clearly not a lot of people playing on the Western server, or the people that are, you know, there's a gigantic range of power and or effort to try to do this. So, you know, it's, what is that? Almost 8.5 mil. I mean, that's insane. That's the last one, right? Yeah. That's bonkers. Just straight up bonkers. Pig Venus. 40.6, Magic Don Juan, Rico Meme. Seen Meme's name around a little bit. Spicy Noodles. So yeah, I mean, that to me is the most interesting. These are really telling to show you kind of the spread and gap of the players on these servers. It seems like this one is like a gigantic gap. The East one's similar to, you know, Europe, which is similar to, I think, Southeast Asia, right? Yeah, Southeast Asia is a little bit tighter. And then Asia is just, that is pretty, at least as far as the top 20 goes, pretty equal. So there's either a ton of whales, ton of high-end players there, or they're all in the mid-tier or something. But 40 mil is a lot. I mean, looking at, you know, the Eastern here, it's like, you know, getting 37 on that one was pretty tough. But again, I don't know the difference in the efforts here. So congratulations, everybody who got the top 20. I think this is a really cool event that Netmarble did. I hope they do more of this in the future. As promised, I want to give some sort of like day after, you know, a little bit longer time to sort of digest this in talking with some people, getting to read some comments, all that sort of thing. It seems like everybody's still really excited about this. Epic Invasion, very cool. No big deal, nothing to talk about. The Dark Zone reconfiguration. Some people were a little confused. The PvE channel is not implemented yet. Is it going to be a new channel or an old channel? To me, it's going to be based on the fact that it says the reinstatement of the PvE channel means they're going to do what they did before, which was an additional channel. So I think or I think it was 2 actually. But they don't say channels, they just say channel. So I'm not going to overlook that though, or not overlook that, but I'm not going to overanalyze that. I think that, you know, it might be one of the existing channels, might not. I think they're still sort of figuring this out. Shart. Did you shart? Did you just shart? I think I sharted. But luckily I can edit it out, right? Maybe I did. Anyway. So one of the things that a lot of people missed was this. I mean, first off, I still love the fact that it's down to 30 minutes. The really sort of outline thing here is the currently testing to find out the best time to apply. So there's a chance that the time zone could change. I mentioned this in my other video. I want to make sure people understand that. I'm focusing this aspect on this video. It can change, meaning it might not be that 5-hour spread there. It could be 2 or 3. And it might be, maybe there's another 2 or 3 hours, you know, in your morning, or, you know, the opposite end, the 12 hours from that time. So make sure that that's something that could change. This part is probably the part I've talked about the most. And I think people are maybe the most worried about is the unlimited rewards. So look, everybody's basically memeing this saying like, you know, how are they going to screw it up? How are they going to screw us over with this? And look, they might miss the mark on it, just, you know, similar to what happened with the core booster. So the ways that this can happen is if, and I mentioned this in my last video as well, they need to give us the opportunity to get more than what we currently get. You can get those, you know, X amount of cards / crystals from the primes in 10 to 15 minutes, depending on who you're running with. If they make it that you have to get that in order to get that same amount of gear is now taking 30 minutes, it is not going to be cool. People are going to be upset. It's going to be annoying. The way they could do that is, yeah, you get unlimited of a currency. You can go in there and you get, you know, unlimited Dark Zone currency. And then you go to your Dark Zone store and you get the same things. That's where that's going to fall short. I hope they don't do that. We'll see. Alliance raid, again, still good. I'm still slightly confused about what this hero selection screen improvement is. I mentioned that I hoped it was, you know, the situation where you could see all of what your alliance mates have done, but that might be shooting too high. Some people think it's just going to show you what you can and can't use, but I feel like it already does that, you know, by the characters being grayed out. So I'm a little confused. This one is still epic with the companion. I'm super, super happy about that. There was a little confusion about the today's target reward improvement. Essentially what they're doing here is for your most wanted, you typically get 7 of the regular minis and then 2 of the primes. And you have to get 3. They tell you 3 specific most wanteds to get. You always get the costumes when you go this 3. And then the other 4, you can get whoever you want. The primes, you can get any 2 primes you want. The way I'm looking at this is that you're going to have a dedicated prime that you have to go after. That's it. Now, I still, again, don't know if I like that because there's going to be hellas and sometimes people are going to have a hard time with that. We'll see. Not much to talk about the display in the gateway. I think people are like, yeah, that's cool. It's fine. People are loving the specialization preset. Nailed it. Great job. I'm hearing mixed reviews on this. And frankly, I wanted to smack all my friends who are saying this is going to be, you know, and I'm sorry for those. I don't mean smack, but I do. Those who are like, they're going to screw us over with this. I'm like, guys, we're getting something that we didn't get before. Like, how can we be upset by this? And the point that I could see from them was how hard they talked about a currency here. I forget where it's exactly at, but you essentially get a currency to be able to change one of the core slots. And it's, you know, it could change, you know what I mean? And we don't know what that currency is. We don't know. And you could just keep re-rolling it. I like that you can focus it down on one, but yeah, you're right. We don't know the currency. They could make the currency hard to get. Okay, like if they make it similar to the 6-star stat rolls for, you know, costumes and cards, I would say don't make it that hard. I'd say make it a little easier than that. Win. Squad rank expansion, I got really nothing to say about that. I think it's more for those endgame whale types who needed some more stuff to push. So anyway, that's what I got for now. I really wanted to share sort of the day after and congratulate some of the people who got in the top 20 and kind of analyze the server difference there. You know, is this really an indication of the best? Is, you know, Southeast Asia is America West with this score? Is that the highest? Are they the best? I don't know. I mean, then it's like, well, the top end of America West is the best, but you know, it's a ways the bottom sort of falls out a little bit. I don't know. Tell me, comment below. Let me know what you think. Appreciate you guys making this far. If you want to hammer down like buttons, click notification bell, subscribe, all that sort of thing. We'll give you a giant hug and maybe a little kiss on the mouth. That's the first time for that. All right, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.